let's open her up a bit. Let's go. Excellent jump. Hi there everyone. Today we are driving a 2024 Lexus GX550. I want to say a huge thank you and shout out to Olivia over at Bobby Rahal Lexus of Mechanicsburg, PA, for providing me this car. I will leave all her information in the right hand corner side of the screen, so if you're trying to get a new Lexus, reach out to them. Really cool dealership. They even give you this signature Bobby Rahal water. How nice. But let's get this beautiful GX fired up. This is my first time driving this car, and I gotta say I'm very impressed so far. But let's go take a look outside and talk about this car and take it for a spin. I gotta say, I really appreciate the new styling of this GX. The boxy, rugged, signature Lexus look, and this ceramic gray, ceramic silver paint looks incredible. It's also super cool that their dealership actually has demos with some miles on them where you can take them out and test them, because of course it's better to put miles on these cars than ones that are straight off the lot. And these ones are already broken in, so you don't have to worry about, you know, accelerating or doing anything with their performance features. So this one is $73,000. I think that's actually a very reasonable price tag for a spaceship like this. Soft touch materials. Everything is leather, quilted, stitched. I love these door locks. The leather feels plush, high quality. We got the handle. So hopping in the back, I'm 6'2". It's plenty spacious. We got a incline adjuster. Feels incredible, honestly. I love it. Very comfortable seats, excellent support, plenty of headroom, and it feels like a legit rugged off-road luxury SUV. I think they've made a great job. We got heated seats, cup holders, and I also like how Lexus puts attention to details with the stitchings, the perforations, black headliner, lights. You can tell this is a well-made car. Let's go take a look at the trunk. Automatic liftgate, of course. We even have a third row here, surprisingly. And then if you want to fold it, I'm guessing you just got to press this and it automatically folds. We got the Lexus first aid kit. Wow. That is one very precise gap. Another 2 centimeters or even half an inch and the seat wouldn't go. But yeah, this is the trunk. You got all your usable storage space. Excellent space, plenty of space. And let's go take a look at the engine bay now. Here we have the twin turbo V6. I believe it pumps out 349 horsepower, so very good, healthy numbers. We'll see how quick this Lexus is today with draggy. And then we have, again, everything is top-notch material here, super high quality. The seats, the door trim, the interior, front seats have excellent comfort to them, heat, ventilation. The smell is very pleasant. We even have a heads-up display here too. Wow. Now the question is, how do I activate it? Activate this thing. HUD on and off. Okay. So I'm sure there's got to be some HUD settings somewhere. Intuitive park assist, blind spot, frequently used. So it's definitely somewhere in the settings. I just got to figure out where. So close. Let's go to vehicle, settings, general, no. Vehicle customize, maybe heads-up display. So brightness, let's see. I see it now. There it is. Perfect. Let's change the brightness a bit. It's somewhere faded in the dark, in the distance. But so far, I do like this infotainment. You know, I think it's pretty straightforward overall. Driver assist, driver support, traffic jam, driver monitor. Let's turn that off. Deceleration assist, steering assist, acceleration, collision mitigation. Super cool. Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, personal info. Let's go to navigation. Super nice navigation screen. Has a couple different modes. This is definitely my favorite one, the 3D. Good responsive touchscreen. Excellent graphics. We got our music, phone, different driving modes. We have sport, normal, eco. We're gonna start in normal. We also have the tow mode, second gear. Oh wow, this is neat too. I love this. We got our USB chargers, glove box with all our information here. Let's check out the sunroof. We also have the roof rack, lighted visor. It was glowing unfortunately, but we'll fix that. Okay, so let's do a wiper test. I love these wipers. They look super rugged, like a FJ Cruiser. Horn. You can't hear the horn much because it's got such good cabin insulation. You don't really hear it. And also, here's our camera. Let's see. We have the lines, the automatic camera. Super nice. Excellent quality, by the way. Great resolution. Mirrors automatically adjust. Let's also play with this a bit. We can customize this too. We can add the map here. The compass. Let's actually keep it where we were. And for today's test drive, we're going to do it a little bit differently. We're actually going to start out with our performance testing and just get it over with, see how quick this car is, and then take it for a freeway drive, some city, and then summarize the conclusions. So let's get to it then. Let's start with that. All right, so let's come out here and do our first acceleration test, see how quick this GX is. All right, 3, 2, 1. Wow, it really jumps well off the line. Okay, so really good performance here. We got verified numbers, 0 to 60 in 6.84. Off idle, no boosting. 0 to 62 in 7.19. So that's 0 to 100 kilometers an hour. 1/8 mile at 9.65 at 74.23. And the 40 to 80 was 7.21. All right. So not bad. Not bad at all. Let's do one more 0 to 60 backwards, and then we will wrap it up. All right, let's do one more 0 to 60. All right, let's reset the draggy, come to a full stop, 3, 2, 1. Virtually no lag off the line. It shoots right off, and it just goes. 6.97. very consistent results, and 6.99 by Draghi. But now let's turn off the traction control and turn around. We're gonna reset the RaceBox, and this time we are going to do a boosted start. See if that makes it any better for us. Let's go. Excellent jump. .18. Alrighty. Excellent. Alright, so here we go. 0 to 60, 7.12. Brake boosting does absolutely nothing here. 0 to 62, 7.49. 1/8 mile, 9.8 at 72.73. And then 40 to 80 is 7.63. Alright, so obviously it bogs down the car. So let's not do that. I'm curious as to how heat soak affects this car, but let's do probably one more quick run here and we'll wrap it up with that probably. Let's reset it. All right, 3, 2, 1. All right, so 7.22. 7.25. So with each run it's getting a little bit worse, so we'll cap it at that for now. So this summarizes the performance portion of this test drive. And let's see how the navigation here works. All right,
starting route guidance.
Let's check it out.
Proceed about 0.4 miles to Carlisle Pike.
I'm gonna go back to normal mode, to the relaxed mode. Surprisingly though, with this Lexus, because of the suspension and how comfy and soft it is, whenever you're accelerating, it feels like you are flying, honestly.
Onto Carlisle Pike.
We don't need the voice guidance, but whoops. Let's come to a stop again. So here what it needs you to do is it needs you to come to a stop whenever you're trying to put in an address. So again, search. Okay, shows our recent searches. Chambersburg, PA. All right, go now.
Starting route guidance.
And now I want to make it quiet. There we go. Definitely a rev happy setup. It kind of reminds me of the Kia Stinger in a way, sound-wise. There's just something very Kia Stinger-ish about it. And for some reason, the GPS didn't know that you can't make a left turn here, so it took me that way. But that's okay. Let's check the U-turn radius here. Also, I do want to note, the seating position is incredible. I can see the sides of the hood, everything around me. Don't really notice any major blind spots. Big mirrors with blind spot. .60 feels like you're virtually standing in one place. You don't feel any speed here. It's a super soothing, luxurious experience. I gotta say, this is a very impressive ride. For a luxury cruiser, this is amazing. Plenty of power, effortless acceleration. You can hear a little bit of the wind noise because of the roof rack up there, but it's still very refined despite having a roof rack up there. Spools up really quickly too. So you add a little bit of throttle and you're going. Alright, let's go get on the interstate now. So far, I have to say I'm super impressed with this GX. It has a magnificent ride. It honestly rides more like a LS rather than like a smaller rugged SUV. It has such a good suspension. It eats up all the bumps, all the imperfections, and you're pretty much just floating on air. At the same time, you do feel the road. All right, well, let's open her up a bit. As you can see, acceleration here is not a problem. It does everything perfectly. At 85, 86, it feels like I'm going maybe 40, 45. Wind noise is pretty minimal too, again, for this kind of SUV. And I would definitely take this personally over the Land Cruiser. Because again, because of the engine, just even because of that, and by how much more luxurious these cars are compared to like the Toyota side. It also feels super safe in this car. So you feel like you're surrounded by this, you know, massive structure, and you're sitting higher than everybody in traffic. I'm sitting right next to a truck. Feels like you're gliding on air, honestly. What a cool experience this is. Love it. Also, gorgeous views here out in Pennsylvania. I really like Pennsylvania roads. Definitely has to be one of the best riding SUVs that I've ever been in. What a cool experience. And also, this GX doesn't even give me any desire to speed or go crazy fast. It's like I just want to put my hand to the side, sit back a bit, and just glide. The engine whispers. Need to pass somebody, add a little bit of throttle, not much, and you're good. That Jetta is really anxious. And honestly, the truck should already get out of the way. I do hope that we can pass him soon. It's very annoying. See, this is a really big problem for the roads in the US, is that people in the left lane will just sit here and they will clog and clog and clog. Yeah, great power, like I said, very effortless. Let's go back to normal mode and take this exit. So here we have the Apple CarPlay. Everything looks really nice. Excellent setup. I love this, seriously. I could easily take this car to Florida right now and just enjoy the drive. What a yacht. The bumps really nicely, surprisingly, even with these tires. But to summarize this test drive, I've really liked driving this GX, and I can easily recommend it to anybody looking for a large crossover in this segment. And I've driven the older GXs, like the 2005, I think 2006. I actually have a video review of one of them too. And I gotta say, over the years, Lexus hasn't really lost its touch with the authentic feel of these cars. They still feel very rugged, very comfortable, refined, and they're made super well. Again, every part you touch here is soft. It's top notch. Screen is wonderful. The steering wheel is pleasant. Again, high quality. It's wrapped in good leather. You got the paddles here too that you can play with, have some fun too. Everything is very easy to understand here. You don't need to be a big car expert to figure out the infotainment. Like for example, the Golf R. You don't need to do that here. It's very straightforward, very easy to use. You got your traction button right here, like in, you know, other cars. So excellent impressions. And like I said, this is definitely got to be one of my all-time favorite SUVs that I've driven. I love it, honestly. But let me know what you thought about this test drive in the comments below. I would love to hear your feedback. Would you get this? Would you wait for the new Armada or the Infiniti QX80? Would you get the X5, the BMW X5, the Audi Q7? Which car would you pick and why? But out of all the cars that I've driven in that class, I gotta say this is definitely one of my favorites. It's just such an incredible ride. It does everything well. It's fast for what it is. It's got a good sounding engine. Holds the road beautifully. You don't feel any speed in it. And I bet it's pretty good off-road too. Obviously we're not going to test that today, but I'm sure it does do well off-road, and it's practical. You can put a family in, like a big family inside of this Lexus, and you'll be good to go. There's a lot of space. It sounds so much like the Kia Stinger, seriously. It's crazy how similar these vehicles sound, which you'd think is, you know, not something you'd compare it to. Just that sound up top is so good. But make sure to smash that like and subscribe button. Let me know what you thought in the comments down below about this test drive, and till next time.